22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway from Indianapolis. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this one is incomplete. This, the second meeting with these two teams. You might recall they met back in week 5. And it was the visiting Colts who won that first matchup. So they'll look for the season sweep here back home in Indy. Off the play fake. Clinton. He finds his man, complete. That's Wagner. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. The Colts at 10-1 now on the year. And they've gone a full couple of months now since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And we always talk about how a team has to play complementary football in order to really be a good squad. But I think in this league, if your offense isn't playing really well as this one is, you're not going to run off this kind of a streak.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Clinton. Over the middle, complete. It's Gilbert. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a play fake here on first down. Dancing to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 32-yard line. They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Wagner. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Given back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Brings up second and 8. Looking to throw. Clinton. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 4th down, Clinton. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Down, here's Mitchell. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Colts TD.
So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Back to throw. Pritchett. He finds his man. Complete. It's Little. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 41-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Jaguars.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
To throw on 2nd down, Pritchett.
They'll fire one deep for Westbrook.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Little. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 20-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. First down, they'll go to the ground attack. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. Looking to throw on second down. Pritchett. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Pritchett. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
He's going to launch it for Washington. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. We don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Abraham. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
On 3rd down, Clinton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wagner. And he's going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Off play action, Clinton. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. To throw on 2nd down, Clinton. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
He's got good size. We know he's tough to bring down running the ball. That also carries over to the passing game like we saw there.
And at his size, how'd you like to try and stop him on that angle route? Him coming out of the backfield, breaking sharply, catching the football. It's going to take a lot more than one guy, most likely, to bring him down. That was a nice game.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is up to 18 now. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away.
This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Pritchett. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Now for the point after. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining.
They'll run on first down. Abraham. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams would take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there. You might have a smaller back.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. On 2nd down, Abraham. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Clinton. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. From 3 yards out.
And the Colts are able to widen their lead here in this first half. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
point after, right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On 4th down, Pritchett. He finds his man, complete. It's Little.
And he is going to have a Jags first down as this defense were a little too loose there. They give up a gain of 19 on 4th down.
Operating from the gun, Pritchett. He's going to let this one go deep.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. Could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this one is right down the middle. And that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
1 second, all that remains.
The final shot before break. Clinton. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports.
We'll see a return here from the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
He finds his man, complete. It's Little. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
They're going to try and throw. And now here's another interception. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
To throw on third down, Clinton throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Touchdown, Colts! A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Colts have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Second down now. It's Turner. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
He finds his man, complete. That's Wagner. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Throwing on first down, Clinton. Throw left side complete. That's Wagner. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. Up the middle they go. Abraham. And he goes backwards here. Losing yardage back to the 16. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Clinton. He finds his man, complete. That's Robertson. And he is going to have a Colts first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Abraham. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the deep.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year.
And the Colts have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball.
And my goodness, another interception. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Pritchett. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man, complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Pritchett. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
He was brought down at the 26. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Pritchett. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And now here is another interception. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Now the try here for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Off the play fake. Pritchett. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Little. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Pritchett. And it's caught. Tompkins. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw on 2nd down. Pritchett. He finds his man. Complete. That's Little. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Pritchett. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw on 3rd down. Pritchett. He completes it to Tompkins. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
A gain of 26 yards. And the Jaguars 1st down.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Off play action. Clinton. He's going to launch it for Washington. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Jags are going to have it here just past the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. And the Jaguars send out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And taken right on the 30. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On first down, Abraham. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake, Clinton. He finds his man, complete. That's Wagner.
And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8, as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Off play action, Clinton. And this is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, here's Mitchell.
And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And some space here. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Just a formality now, but here's the extra point. So the PAT is good. They get the touchdown, the point after, but a little consequence in the ending as this one's now over. Ball on the 1 downside, if you try to take away something positive from